Welcome to the second day of our project, and today I'll be showing you how I did the memory management or the how I displayed the memory usage from this RAM and the disk. So, this is the code, this is the script. For that, let me show you the end result. This is the end result, and we have the total RAM, the used RAM, the amount of buffer, and the available space. So, I'll explain to you on the way. So for the first part, we have the total RAM. I used the free command and I grabbed the memory part from it and I printed the uh, total RAM using the $sign 2. For the used RAM, I use the same command, but instead of the $sign 2, I use the $sign 3 to print the used RAM. So for free RAM, I minus the subtracted the used RAM from the total RAM. And for the buffer size, I use the same free command, but instead of $3 I printed $5, so it actually shows me the amount of buffer used. In case you are wondering what a buffer is, actually search for a buffer. So let me show you it somewhere here. I tend to use this thing a lot because I'm not an expert in this. And let me show you what this buffer is. Wait a second, somewhere here. And I'm not sure what this buffer is. Let me show you. Let me what is a buffer. So it will show me the answer. This is not going well. So I think a buffer is something that is used for caching, for buffer space for caching and all to maintain the speed. I'm not sure. So that's what a buffer is. I think it's the answer. So that's the buffer. So it actually how it works is that uh, a specified amount of buffer is used from the total RAM. So that total RAM, the amount of total RAM is reduced. So the free RAM will be, or the total RAM will be to the total RAM minus the buffer. So let me show you how it works. That if the total RAM is equal to 2 GB and the buffer is 500 MB, the total amount of RAM which we can use for the RAM purposes or for the primary memory functions is 1.5. So we will have this 1.5 GB, and from this the system will use the RAM for main purposes. So if I use like 200 MB for the RAM, 300 MB for the RAM, we are left with 1.22 GB of free space. So yeah, that's how this works. And this is the final answer. And I told you that I used the free command to get these results, and I printed it out. So then I went to the swap. For swap is that it's a memory for used for when a RAM is exhausted. So the swap memory can be used. It's low in speed, but it can help prevent a system crash. So the total swap is almost 1 GB in my case, and none of it is used because the RAM isn't exhausted, and the amount of free is almost the same as the total swap, and it will print it. So here this disk use. So for this disk use, I actually use the df/h command to print out the disk and how it is distributed. So let me show you. This is the file system, and for my virtual machine I actually allotted 80 gigs of RAM. So it's distributed like this, and dev/sdi is using almost 79 gigs. That's almost the full size. So only 18 gigs of it's actually used, and 57 gigs is available. And this SD is what I think this SD is to I'm not sure. It's actually a disk partition, I think, and it's actually using the disk partition, and the first one is the partition. It's something like that. I forgot. I searched somewhere to find that answer. So, as I say, I'm not an expert in this, and I'm currently learning. So feel free to correct me if I'm telling something wrong. So this my documentation for day two, and I'll try to be more accurate next time. I'll do my research. So have a nice day. Thank you.